things have changed quite a bit over the past week and a half with the spread of the coronavirus. Last week, we saw the futures market price in one rate cut by the year end. Now it's fully priced for that to happen by October. Do you think this is all justified given what we do know about the coronavirus?
Well, yes, I think it is. It's a surprise, obviously. Without the virus, I wouldn't expect this. The Fed is very, very focused on the stability of the system. And the system is worldwide. It's not just the U.S., even though our mandate is. So when the Fed's looking at this and the other central banks, they're saying, okay, we want to keep the system stable. We don't want upset anywhere if we can avoid it. And we'll, in effect, do what it takes. So I'm not surprised. I will be surprised if the economic hit is not much and this sort of passes, then I wouldn't expect that they'll do it. But on the assumption that this goes on and expands, then I think one of the avenues of support is to have the monetary system be as supportive, as liquid as possible, so the Fed would cut.
Okay, so Dan, I mean, if the Fed would cut, we've also heard from China, they've said that they're ready to provide liquidity should the markets need it. I mean, the issue that so many people bring up with this coronavirus isn't so much the death toll, but it's the measures that China and other nations must take to control it, and those measures having an impact on economic activity. Given how long it takes to deal with these viruses, could we see a lifting of those measures anytime soon?
Well, again, you're in a situation where you've got to, we have this coronavirus or anything like it becomes, in today's day and age, becomes an international incident. It becomes a drag on things, an economic drag, and of course a morale drag for people. So whatever it takes to support, I think will be done.
Okay.
These are responsible people.
I hear what you're saying, Dan. If they do cut, if the Fed ends up having to cut to support the system, to stabilize the system, does that start a series of further cuts?
Oh boy, that's the $64 question. And I do not know the answer. I've been asked, and I would be very surprised if we get caught in the box that the European Central Bank is in, for example. But you never know. My hope is that the recovery, the economic recovery and the physical recovery is quick. We learn to deal with it, and we go on. And I further hope that this is a good signal to the governments involved, China and the U.S., that, okay, we're better off cooperating than we are arguing. But that's a hope. That's not a prediction.